All right. Play with matches.
Hi.
Gabrielle looks so pretty with her new hair, doesn't she, you guys?
I got new hair today.
Everyone tell Gabrielle what you think of her new flowy hair. It's all real.
It's all mine.
I
bought it.
Single strand is real. Okay.
They are real hair. It's just not growing out of my head.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. It's actual human hair.
You know why I think it's important for us to tell everybody that?
Why?
Because I watched you for 6 straight years looking into the mirror like, I'm losing my hair.
No.
I can't. Look at everyone's beautiful hair. Look at their beautiful freaking hair.
Everyone who has beautiful hair has extensions. Except my friend Brittany, who has actual beautiful hair growing from her head, and I hate her for it, but I love her.
That's like, and then once she went and got extensions and then started talking to other people about it, she's like, oh my God, they all had extensions the whole time.
I have extensions. I'm like, oh.
Everyone I was comparing myself to had extensions.
Yeah,
it's like, I know. Yes. I mean, I'm
but
not surprised.
I did go get my hair done today. My hairstylist noticed all this new growth from the new collagen.
Yeah.
So that's exciting too.
See, it's like looking at this and they're like, how is he still so buff? It's like, listen, dude, all natural.
Anyways, welcome to our channel.
All natural is the answer. Okay, so what are we going to be talking about? So the video that is actually on our channel right now about Erica Kirk and Candace Owens and that whole thing is now followed up with another Candace Owens video because Ben Shapiro apparently decided that Candace Owens is a really, really good opponent to take on because she doesn't have the #1 channel in the world right now. She's a #1 podcast in the world. You guys fired her. You already made her your enemy. And now you just accused her of her. So Ben, let me actually rewind. Okay. So here is what Candace said. Ben Shapiro took the stage last night with Megyn Kelly and lied through his teeth. He said that I accused Erica Kirk of murdering Charlie Kirk. This quite literally is made up out of thin air. Looking forward to responding to him on my show later today. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I would not want to be on Candace's bad side.
That is literally like saying I wouldn't want a dinosaur to step on my face. Like, yeah.
Your brain is so weird.
Like how is that the example that I gave? I know. I don't know. That's why I mean, there's no one like me, Gabrielle. I might not be as scary as Candace, but I am the goat on the mic for that exact reason. No one comes with dinosaur step on my face as the metaphor for something I don't want to happen because that's insane.
It's true. All right.
That's why it's funny, though.
So funny.
Gabrielle, what was that on your finger I just saw? That was shiny. Who got you that?
Someone.
Jeez, he must love you, whoever that is, dude.
My nails aren't done, so I can't show it off.
Really whatever, dude. And we're going to do that right after you.
Like, subscribe, and hype it if you have the hype button.
Hype it, please. Okay. This is Julian Dory. He just put this up. I love this dude. Okay. I'm actually in the process of trying to invite him onto our Thursday night stream with Valhalla and JD. He also has his podcast very similar to Rogan's. It's not as big as Rogan's. This is just his clips channel, but he's a stud. I really like him. And I just saw this and it says Charlie Kirk conspiracy falls apart when you hear this. So we're going to watch it together and see what that is about. Okay. I'm going to like it before I even watch it, dude. I don't care. Listen, dude, if it fucks up one of my theories, that's good. Because if it's true, all I want to know is what really happened. That's all.
I think that's what anyone wants to know.
No.
Oh, no?
Oh, hell no. Like there's a lot of people who are shamelessly grifting off of this topic. It's like, I mean, okay, how do I put this? Obviously humans respond to their incentives, right?
Sure.
So it's exactly like what we talk about little girls on TikTok or Instagram. Mm-hmm. You already know because they're going to, one time they're just like, I just happened to stumble on, I'm wearing a shirt that stops here. And it's like, oh my God, I got 5 times the likes. And it's like, what was different? Oh, my belly was out. And by the time they're 22, you know what I mean?
They're on OnlyFans? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So, but that's the same as grownups if this is their profession. And even if it's not their profession. So like if you start go ahead, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say sometimes the algorithm makes it completely clear too. Even if you try to do a video about something else, the algorithm's like, no. Gotta go back to that topic.
That is exactly it. And if you are I think it doesn't matter whether you do it professionally or as a hobby, whatever, because people are either trying to gain followers or they're trying to make money or both. Mm-hmm. And so if you do a thing and it blows up, then you do that thing, right?
Yeah.
And with the Charlie Kirk stuff, like there's an absolutely insatiable number of people who are interested in the case. And as I have learned throughout the last few years, there's a lot of people that are not very good at evaluating certain types of conspiracy theories that clearly do not make sense to a person who's good at evaluating them. And there's always going to be this big market of them for people to feed things that are very easy to disqualify, where you're like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
And so people recognize that. And if they don't recognize the potential impact that they have, if they have a huge following, or they prioritize their own views and money over, maybe I'm going to actually like do damage with this, they will just feed and feed and feed. And there's a lot of people doing that,
sure,
which is bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm not here pretending like I'm responsible for solving the Charlie Kirk case. What I'm saying is I'm a content creator.
We're sharing what we find. Yeah.
And I will always share, but I will never compromise like anything ethically. But it's like, if this is what the audience wants, I'm going to keep on digging. But also, I also really want to know who fucking did this. Do you think there's ever going to be a world where anyone knows for sure, like where the public knows for sure?
I don't know. I mean, there's a world where like the truth is told, but you're still going to have a group of people that don't believe it.
Exactly. That's what I think. Did you know that Candace has the #1? Did you I know I said that earlier, but did you realize that like as of yesterday, she's the #1 podcast in the world?
Good for her.
Yeah. It's kind of weird like how it happened though, you know, where it's like it's because she already had a top 5 show, but one of her closest friends getting murdered is the thing that pushed her to the top. But I actually think when you think about the text message exchange between him and her, where he's like, I don't know if I'm going to be around. You're going to have to be my David, you know, afterwards. Because when I first saw her say it, and she was very kind of like, I have the #1 show in the world. At first, I'm like, damn, that's kind of like dark that she's like, you know, that's how
this is what, yeah.
And then I remembered that text thread, and I'm like, that's actually like yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's poetry. Unless Charlie faked his death and Candace knows, and this is all part of the plan because he told her and then they planned it out or whatever, because I can't make heads or tails of any of the behavior of the TPUSA people if that is not the case.
None of it makes sense. Yeah. None of it.
What do you think there's a chance that he's alive? I just threw that out for the very first time on my channel earlier today. Like,
I honestly, at this point in time, wouldn't put anything past anything. Like, yeah. I don't know. It sounds absurd and sounds completely insane to say that out loud, but we've seen some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. So
the biggest evidence against that, I would say, was, I mean, there's just a lot of evidence against it, obviously, but the video that, I guess I shouldn't say that. Our friend in Utah who sent me that. Yeah. So that video, you never watched it, huh?
Okay.
Did the one that you saw when you accidentally saw it, was there a lot of blood or not a lot of blood?
A lot.
Okay, so you saw the same one as me then. Okay, so this is from the opposite side. And
if you were looking at him, it was from the left.
It's the exact opposite. I know which one you saw. Yeah. It's like literally, this is the one we saw. It's the exact opposite. And in the one that he sent me, the thing that makes it like when I watch him, like, oh my God, I even without seeing the injury itself, where I'm like, oh, he's gone, is the way that something like when the spinal injury.
Yeah.
So that was my impression of that video, right? And I'm like, you can't fake that, dude. Like, this only the reason I can recognize it because I've watched 10 million fights and I've seen guys get stretched 1 million times. And that is the result of a catastrophic spinal, trauma. So I said to the guy who was promoting this to me, it's our friend, the supplement in Puerto Rico, whose name I won't say, but very smart. And he's like convinced, or at least more convinced than anybody else I've talked to. I was like, dude, you can't fake that spinal, like that like stiff look. And he's like, you don't think so? I went and pulled it up and I watched it again real close. Like, is there a way? And I looked, I'm like, take that back. What I just saw, like I had interpreted it as, and when I watched it again, I'm like, I take that back, dude. That what he did could be rehearsed. Someone comes and catches him too. Like he falls and there's someone right behind him and catches him on the way down. I was like, I don't know, dude. There's nothing that can disqualify that as a possibility.
Yeah.
He texted Candace in 2018, I know what is
here
true.
To see it through.
And maybe he's had a plan all along, dude. Anyway, let's hear what Julian.
Or maybe it was like a personal prophecy. Who knows?
No, exactly. It's either one of those things. And I think of the prophecy. That's insane that I'm about to say that. I think the prophecy is more likely. You know, that's fucking.
People just know. It's weird.
Yeah. It really makes you uncomfortable when you because do you know what I mean? Where I'm like, I've always had this nagging kind of fear of whatever. It's like, that's not the same thing. I don't think. You know. Mm-mm. Yeah. I don't dream about dying ever. Like he said, he dreamt about it every night or whatever. Okay, so let's watch this Julian Dory clip and see what he says right after everyone likes the video and subscribes to the channel.
And hypes it if you have it.
And hypes it if you have it, please. That would be.
So there has been a lot of comments about this hype button, and the consensus appears to be that it is only available on mobile. And you have to have the comment section open, I think, and then scroll over.
Yeah.
So
just
try a
bottom
couple
line,
different ways. Let us know.
If you have it, it's not a small deal. It's a massively, everybody's like the video and comment. That's helpful. But the hype thing is a totally different ballgame. Like if someone hypes your video, it makes a massive difference. So if you want to support the channel, it would be incredible. Thank you guys. And it's only for smaller channels. Like once you hit 500K subs, it's gone. It goes away. But, and that's where we're trying to go, dog.
Help us get there.
All right. You tell me what you think about this gentleman, Gabrielle. This is one of those people that I don't know yet, but I have always been like, oh, I'm gonna really like this guy.
Okay.
All right. So this is him right here, but he's the host.
There's video of the crime scene immediately being tampered with right afterward, which is weird. Now I know it's a chaotic situation. All the cops ran and went with his body. Totally understandable. But there's people putting stuff in their pockets. There's a couple cops left behind that are letting people video right there for a while and then being like, oh, you should leave. And then within days, but you have been out, as you said, looking at the Charlie Kirk thing. I do want to say before I ask you about this, it's a bizarre case. There is all kinds of I don't even know what to call it online with people speculating about this. It is certainly weird. It has been weird since the beginning. I try to be very careful with where we go with this, discussing it publicly. So just download if you can. Were you there the day after or how soon were you there?
I was there the day of, after it happened. Yeah, I was in New Mexico interviewing the governor of New Mexico. I was in her office doing a story about, she's a Democrat, a tough on crime Democrat. She called the National Guard. I won't go on a whole tangent, but she called the National Guard in herself. You know how everybody's in these other Democratic cities are mad the National Guard's coming? She did it herself because crime was so bad in New Mexico. So I was interviewing her about that just because it was interesting. So you're the Democrat who likes the National Guard. You know what I mean? And so it's an interesting story. So I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico in her office, and she had CNN on when the video started coming up that he was killed. I think at that point, not killed, but just, that he'd been shot.
If you saw the shot.
Yeah, you kind of knew.
Horrible.
And it was interesting. She was actually, she's a Democrat, but she's friends with the Utah governor, and she called the Utah governor right while I was in the office and was like, I just want to let you know, I saw this happen in Utah, and I'm thinking of you right now, which was kind of a cool moment of you don't see that stuff on TV where you just think they all hate each other. You know what I mean? And she's friends with him. They were in some governor's conference together or something. So,
what did you think when you first saw that?
I like him too. And real quick, you guys, it says that this guy is Brian Enton, and I'm not sure who he is, but I'll have that ready before the next time I pause.
Brave New World.
I think I just thought, I think honestly, just to be totally, I was like, I got to get out of the governor's office. We got to go to Utah. That's what my first thought was. Just because, when we were doing the interview and I was just I was trying to be polite, but in my head I was like, we got to get the F out of here. You know what I mean? How are we getting to Utah? Yeah. So luckily there was a flight and from Albuquerque nonstop to Salt Lake. So I was there, I got there, I think I got there right after the sunset, that night.
Mm.
Yeah.
Tyler Robinson is arrested 2 days later, something like that. This happened on a Wednesday. He's arrested the night of Thursday into Friday. and it was basically like announced by Trump without saying the name, I guess, on Friday morning on the TV. But
Yeah.
when he's first taken into custody and the president has said, you know, his father saw him and recognized him and turned him in, you know, where was your head at that point? Like, okay, sounds about right? Or
Yeah, so I was out there again working late nights and stuff, staying out there. And I had a source the night before who kind of told me like around midnight that they thought they had the guy, but I didn't have enough information to go on it at all. Like, and it's interesting, some of the other reporters that I know from other networks who were there that I'm friends with were kind of getting the same information, but none of us were reporting it. Just because like something like that, you're not going to report it unless you're like, you got to have a couple sources and be 100%. But there were definitely rumblings like this was coming to an end. And then when it was Tyler Robinson, what did I think? I was just like surprised, I guess, that it was just a normal guy, like a normal kid. I think that, you know what I mean? I think I was thinking it was going to be like someone, when I say normal kid, just, I guess I don't know, maybe I was thinking it was going to be like a more organized thing or something, you know?
Yeah, because like it was almost like the tone was, all right, yep, there it is, we got it.
Yeah.
And then that's where it got weird because, first of all, there's video of the crime scene immediately being tampered with right afterward, which is weird. Now, I know it's a chaotic situation. All the cops like ran and...
Also, just since I have a tremendous amount of relevant information related to the Tyler Robinson and how they found him, the official story, because Gabrielle, I doubt you watch my channel since you get plenty of Jesse on Fire at home, so I'm sure that you are not completely up to date on all of this stuff. Okay, so
we'll see.
Yeah, so okay, well let's turn it into a quiz game. Yes. All right.
Go.
How did law enforcement end up with Tyler Robinson on their radar and the belief that he did it according to the official story?
That his dad recognized him and called it in.
Close. And recognized him from?
The security footage.
Yep. It's actually the mom.
Okay.
So the mom supposedly recognized him, told the dad, at which point the dad sees a picture of the rifle and goes...
And calls him and it's like, hey, show me that you have it.
And he's dodging their calls, supposedly, and he's writing a love letter to the Lance. To the Lance, which, by the way, I have found out subsequently in the last 36 hours, I found out that Lance grew up shooting guns, hunting, very proficient with a rifle. No one knew that before. And Tyler's grandma says that he definitely was not interested in guns or rifles or whatever. And she said that he didn't own a firearm. And the story of the supposed rifle that was the subject
handed
of the
down to him or whatever, yeah,
from her husband, and she's the one that's like, yeah, no, you know, like, or at least, I mean, assuming it's his dad's mom, and it was his dad's dad who supposedly gave him the rifle, and she's like, he doesn't even own a rifle. The other thing is, so I did a video about this, and I showed the picture that was released publicly because that's
super grainy. Yeah.
No. The suspect picture is grainy. Yeah. The picture of the rifle is crystal clear there. And that, you know, they said they had very identifiable rifle. It's this Mauser from World War II. The picture that was shown on the internet.
Oh, it was a stock photo.
Well, first of all, it's a picture of a current, like a modern Mauser that looks identical to like every 30-06 in the, like it's identical to a Ruger American, which is the most common rifle in the world. So even if, and then it turned out that was a stock photo. So you're like, okay, well maybe then the media just found a stock photo of a Mauser and they made a mistake and that's not the right one. It's like, okay, but then how did the father recognize it?
Yeah, fair. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and the other thing too is the next door neighbor who lived next to them for 2 decades almost and knew Tyler her whole life said she would have,
like, there's no way.
She would have never recognized him from that photo. Mm-hmm. So those two things seem pretty important, especially given the fact that his roommate is at least according to multiple sources that knew them, he's a crazy person.
Yeah.
He's like crazy. Like they show all these things, all these scribbles all over these papers and all, like he's like crazy, like really crazy. And also now we know proficient with firearms, and whoever had the rifle scribbled onto the rifle rounds, like a fascist catch and all this like.
Does the writing match?
Well, I mean, you can't do handwriting with like, you know, if you're etching. Although, actually, I don't know. It might have been drawn. I'm not sure. I just was going off. I was always picturing that. Yeah, you're right. It probably had to have been written. Like, hey, fascist catch. That's a lot to like etch in, you know. But you have.
Yeah, I heard it was. I mean, I thought it was like with permanent marker or whatever.
That would make sense actually. Now that I was just for whatever reason just visualizing it that way. But
I feel like I saw a photo of it.
No, you saw photos of Robin Westman, who did it like 2 weeks before in Minnesota, and they showed all kinds of pictures of him writing all over. And I can connect those two guys, Lance and Robin Westman. But like all common sense. At the very least, if you believe every other part of the story about how this happened and who did it, it's like it's still more likely to me that Lance did it and Tyler's taking the fall because he is like protecting his little girlfriend of his gay relationship. You know what I mean? Like there's just anyway. But so let's hear what they have that is going to make all the conspiracy theories.
You were supposed to find out who Brian Etten is.
Oh yeah, Brian Enton. Well, I got distracted by this thing that you sent me, Gabrielle. I'm putting that on you. See how I did that, you guys? Gabrielle's fault. Just kidding. Fault. Brian Enton is
a reporter, I would assume.
He's a correspondent, for Nation Now. Yep. All right, let's do this thing.
Went with his body, totally understandable. But, you know, there's people putting stuff in their pockets. There's a couple cops left behind that are like letting people video right there for a while and then being like, oh, you should leave. And then within days, they're paving over this whole area and changing the whole.
That was interesting, and I noticed that when we were out there. They were like immediately, like there were like backhoes and stuff. And I was just back there last week and went back to the spot, and it does look like they just, you know, put new pavers in that area. But yeah, that was kind of strange that they did that quickly.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No. Well, no. I mean, it was kind of weird. You remember they tore down the house for Koberger?
Yes.
That was also weird.
That was
weird. That wasn't like the day after, but that was kind of another weird, like, why are we tearing down the house when there hasn't been a trial? But no, it was, I remember wondering what they were doing too. Like, I didn't understand. And I mean, I don't want to add to the conspiracy theories because, but even when I went back last week, I was like, wow, that was a lot of like construction equipment for just, it didn't look like they really ended up doing that much. It was just kind of like they replaced the pavers and concrete in one area.
Yeah, it just.
Probably because they couldn't get, I mean, if you're like, let's figure out an official story that makes sense, they probably couldn't get the blood off. And they're like, we got to get this out of here right now.
Is Candace still on the like tunnel theory? She over that now?
He was shot from the front for sure, she said.
Okay.
If it's not some sort of conspiracy thing, some of the actions that have been taken since then are just horrible PR decisions because they feed all these things. And, you know, the 3006 bullet thing, I am not a ballistics expert, to be clear. I want to be very clear on that. But I know a lot of guys who are. And they're like, you know, I'm going to have someone in here in a month or two who's going to go through this, who's a full-blown expert. And it's like a 3006 bullet from 200 yards is going to blow the top half of someone's body off. Now, obviously, it was a violent hit, but his head didn't come off. It hit the carotid artery and a couple other in there as well. But, like, everything else was intact. Yeah. And so right away when they're telling us that, it's weird. And then they found the gun, you know, like right below there
in the bushes, sort of a wooded area. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how did he get it off there that easily? And the lack of transparency on the investigation hasn't helped, especially after, like, you know, I guess it was Charlie's producer, the guy Andrew Colvett, who was like his right-hand man. You know, he sends out this tweet where he's like, I spoke with the surgeon, and he said Charlie's neck was like Superman. You know, the bullet somehow didn't go through. With anyone else, it would have gone through. It's like the magic bullet all over again. It's like, by the way, even if for some godforsaken...
If they would have just shut up about that, like, if they would have... So also I know about this too. I know so much about this. So they said that they found the bullet, right? Like, supposedly they found the bullet and it was like right at the end, whatever. Okay, so what actually happened, or what they say happened, is that they is that because Charlie was kind of hunched over like this, it came in at an angle like this, hit his scapula, and then curved down, and it blew out like 5 of his vertebrae. And what they recovered was a fragment. Like it was just like a fragment that was kind of right there. Is like what they said afterwards. But a 30-06 will go through concrete. Like a 30, it's just like, it's not, I mean, listen, do bullets do weird things? I mean, bottom line, they do. Like if you watch, I watch an abnormally large amount of testing bullets on different random things. But there's nothing I've ever seen that would convince me that a traditional hunting or even a target load, not that there are any like target loads of 30-06, but like would be stopped or kind of deviated by anything that a human body can provide.
Yeah.
You know, and so it doesn't really make sense. And you add on the fact that there's weirdness around how they supposedly connected the rifle to the kid, and then the amount of research.
And the fact that it was assembled and disassembled and reassembled.
So that, okay, so let me clarify that. So what they said was that he snuck it in disassembled, and then he assembled it on the roof. And then there was like someone said something publicly that he took it apart and whatever. Like there was a bunch of things and put it back together. What actually they said in the official story, which makes way more sense, was that he brought it onto the roof, disassembled, and then put it together on the roof, and then fled with it underneath his towel. They never said there was any more assembly or disassembly, but they originally said, if I remember correctly, that he had left his screwdriver on the roof. But yeah, I mean, I don't, maybe, I have no idea.
Assembled it up there.
Yeah, because that's possible. Yeah. I wonder, like, what proof do you have of that? Because, you know, like, clearly, if he could get up there right then, not a very secure area. Like, why, if you're going to do this, like, if I'm going to do this, fucking rifle's going to be up there the night before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to bring it there that day. Like, I'm just going to have it up there, try to sneak up there. Although, like, who the fuck knows? How would you know that you're even going to be able to get up there? Like, these are not... It's such a weird story, man.
It's really weird.
The idea that he did it alone is just... that's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that Tyler Robinson didn't do it necessarily. I would say if I had to bet, I would struggle between Tyler and Lance. Like if I, you know, but the idea that he did it alone and Lance did not know and there was no one else involved, fuck no. Like just like hard no. I would instantly bet against that.
He just put it together himself in a week per the text messages, right?
Yeah. And then, hey, how long have you been planning this? A couple weeks, babe. You're like,
okay.
They live together. Like they live together and they're young and they're in their first like relation, you know, like this is his first like you think that they keep secrets like that? Like he's so passionate that he would kill Charlie Kirk. Yeah. However, he wouldn't. You can't have it both ways. You can't be so obsessed with Charlie Kirk that you're going to kill him, but
and
so measured and controlled that you don't even tell the person.
Right.
Right?
I agree. Yeah.
She could. For sure she could. But like, even at age whatever that was, I mean, he's like, what is he? How old is he?
23?
20. Yeah. So a little older than when we first started dating. Mm-hmm. I actually think he probably could have even then, but doesn't matter because she wouldn't because she's not a lunatic.
Correct.
You know, but she could have because she's a slow poisoner and can just stone face like, no, nothing's wrong. Are you feeling sick? Let me get you something for your headache.
Here, drink this.
Yeah. All right, let's see if there's anything. You know what? Let's not. Let's move along because
I wanted to see that we walked the roof. What's the roof part?
Taken reason that we're true. Before you press send, count to 5 and just read that one and say, how's this going to play? You know what I mean? Like no, he voluntarily did that.
And I don't know. I mean, like you said, I got to be careful. You have to be careful. I don't know. I went there last week and I sat down with the sheriff and the undersheriff of Utah County who are part of the investigation since the beginning. You know, they're the local guys, the cowboy hats, good guys. I like them.
Who are not part of any conspiracy is the point he's making, which I believe.
And they went on camera with me, which they haven't done a lot of interviews. And they do not think this is a conspiracy and they know everything. And they're like, look, if you don't trust the FBI, if you think don't trust, they're like, they're just two local guys. You know, everybody knows them in town. The one guy used to be sheriff and now he's the other sheriff. Then there's the new sheriff who's been like sheriff for like 10 years.
Why wasn't there an autopsy? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They didn't have an answer for that.
No. Did you see? Do you
and
know how
it's a legal requirement, as I understand it, to have an autopsy. But like again, that's why I keep coming back to. I'm not saying that it's some global conspiracy. I'm saying there's no way that Tyler Robinson did this by himself. Like if someone told me that Israel did it because of blah blah blah, I'd be like, that lines up. If someone's like the CIA did it and they fabricated these guys, I'd be like, that lines up. And if they're like, oh yeah, it turns out Lance did it and then Tyler took the rap, I'd be like, that lines up. The only thing I can't get down with is the official story makes no fucking sense. How did they find him? You released a fucking stock picture which has no identifying features whatsoever, so that doesn't line up. Like clearly maybe there's a reason. But like this text thread, you're telling me professional fucking feds read that and you guys are all, this seems legit. Honey Bear, I just want to protect you. That's why I did this. No, you didn't tell me anything about this murder.
Smart enough to leave a note that apparently never resurfaced or whatever, but then you're going to put it all in text.
He literally says he wrote me this note and it was like, destroy the note. And I did, but I did take a picture of it. So, and because Tyler Rock got charged. Weird. Yeah. He got charged for, destruction. It's, he was charged for destroying evidence, but it's, but that's not the charge. The charge is like,
obstruction.
I think it's obstruction. Yeah. And it's also he got charged with witness tampering also because he told fucking Tyler to destroy the evidence. Not would I be charged with a crime if anyone could see my hands? Just kidding.
Wow.
But yeah, that's what we got for you guys today. Thank you for hanging out.
See you next time.
Gabrielle's hair looks good, huh, guys?